Hey, Tony Guys here, popping in. I want to highlight something, and I want you to think about this. And this is where you'll really start to kind of realize, like, oh, okay, I see. This is the issue, or part of the issue. One of the things that I've noticed is that now you remember the gentleman, who passed away, who he really was going at women. He was going at women. And there was a lot of women that despised him. And then there was a group of women that listened to him. And the men absolutely loved him. And then there was a group of men that felt like, he was full of it. So it's always, one lesson right there is it's always going to be two sides. It's always going to be people that love you. It's always going to be people that hate you. It just depends on the person. It depends on their life, their history, their biography. And a lot of times it have a lot less to do with you. And that's a lesson in itself. But one thing I've noticed is that men need a lot of help. Men need a lot of help. And men do not like to be helped. Meaning, men don't like to be told, hey, this is what you need to do to be a better man. If a man says to a man online, hey, this is what you need to do to be a better man, the man is like, oh, you a simp. And you pandering to women because you telling me what I need to do to be better for a woman. What about telling a woman what she need to do to be better for me? It ain't just me. It ain't just one-sided. Women ain't perfect. Women need work too. That's what the man say. Then when you turn and you say to the woman, hey, this right here what you need to do to be a better woman. If you want a healthy relationship, if you want this relationship situation to come together, this is what you need to do. Then a lot of women will say, oh, well, you need to talk to the man. That's wrong that you saying that to a woman. You need to talk to the men. The men the one have the problems. Women the one trying to grow and trying to be better. And it's like, yeah, women read a lot of books, go to a lot of seminars, do a lot, try to be better, but as long as it's comfortable. It's a small group of women who, when it get uncomfortable, when the truth sit in your lap, that's when it get hard. Now that's when you really know if you committed to growth. So it's kind of like, being on this here channel, male or female, when the message is for somebody else, ooh, that's good teaching. Ooh, that's good. That's good teaching. But then when the message is for us, see, Tony, I don't normally comment. I've never been in the comments before. And I traditionally appreciate your message. But excuse me for this one time commenting. And I understand if I'm gonna get blocked. But this is my take on that. And it's like, oh, when the message was somewhere else, it was good teaching. It was oh, amazing. Oh, this is what we need. But guess what? Eventually, at some time, at some point, the truth sit in our lap. It comes sit right in our lap. And that's when we get to see that's when we get to see what we really about. And because you got to realize it. You got to realize. Now, and here's the thing, what we have to get past too. We have to be able to embrace the truth when there's nothing else attached to it but the truth. So you got to be able to, on YouTube, you got to be able to embrace the truth when you're not a moderator, when you're not being paid, when you have no personal connection. You got to be able to embrace the truth then. It's just like you going to church. Eventually, you going to church, that word gonna sit right on you. That word finna hop right in your lap. But if you the usher, if you the armor bearer, you able to kind of look past it and kind of, you know, overlook what pastor's saying as a personal attack. You able to overlook it because you got a job. You got purpose in the church. You got a meaning. But no, even when you're not that, you still need to be able to hear the truth. And so what I ultimately surmise is that we all human. We all human, and we all are suffering from the human condition of not liking instruction. And that is why the book of Proverbs talks about a wise man seeking instruction and a wise man enjoying and appreciating instruction. Like a wise man seeks reproof and a fool despises it. That's why the book of Proverbs talks about that, because God understands how humans do not like correction. Humans do not like anything to step on our toes. And man, it hurt. It hurt. I done seen stuff. I seen a message the other day. Elderly, not an elderly, but an older gentleman. He was a pastor, and he was saying something about, he's reading from the Bible, and he was saying, you know, a fool, in the Bible it said, a fool says everything that's on his mind, speak his whole mind. And he said sometimes for those people it's about being heard instead of about speaking the truth in love. And that convicted me, because it's sometimes I speak everything on my mind. Speak everything on my mind. And that thing sat right in my lap, because not everything needs to be said. You might think something, and I don't do it all the time. And it's a lot that I could say online. Now, I ain't even talking about online. I'm talking about just in life in general. It's a lot that could be said. Lord, look at here. Lord, look at here. Lord, keep me safe. Lord, bless them. Lord, bless their family. Bless them. Lord, help them pull through. Ooh. Boy, it's finna be some rubbernecking going on. Let me see. Lord, don't let us cause another wreck with this rubbernecking. Lord, that's a Tesla. I hope they went on self-drive. Ooh. 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 Lord. That Tesla throw all up in the air. The SUV, how it go up in the air, that thing up in the air permanently. Whole side smashed in. Then another little car, little white car, whole front smashed in, the whole bike smashed in. Woo! See, what was happening is, teach y'all non-drivers a little something. Whenever you put your turn signal on, when you put that turn signal on, you don't just get right over. Don't hop right over. Okay? You got to count to 1001, 1002 sometimes, because sometimes somebody be right in your blind spot. And right in that blind spot, if you put that turn signal or you don't put it on and you just hop over, and they right there in that blind spot, you finna crash. And then another thing what you got to do when you get ready to put that turn signal on, you can't just look in the lane next to you. You got to look in the other lane too, to make sure that they're not going into the lane at the same time. And it looked like right there it could have been they both was getting ready to go in the lane at the same time, and just crashed into each other. Just went too fast. They was going too fast to adjust. And one thing about Tesla drivers, they gonna drive too fast. That's one thing about them. They gonna drive too fast because the car too fast. Elon shouldn't have did that. That Tesla just entirely too fast. It's just ridiculously fast. Elon shouldn't have did that. Hey, this the Car Chronicles. If you new to the channel, you ain't never seen a Car Chronicles. This how a Car Chronicle go. It just infused with regular life. For those of y'all who know, you already know. This is what it is. My wife, she be watching certain stuff online and she be like, oh my goodness, just get to the point. This person is just not, they just doing all this extra talking, they're not getting to the point. I said, oh, okay, so you let me know your kind don't like my kind then, because I don't just be getting right to the point. I said, okay, telling me what kind of person you is. And sometimes I see that too, but that's intentional. That's intentional that I don't get right to the point on a lot of my videos, because I just don't want scragglers listening. I don't want scragglers listening. I want people who gonna seek to understand, then be understood. People who gonna take the time to get to know me and where I'm coming from with my message, so that you know that never, ever on no message am I ever coming from a place of hate or a place of disdain. That no matter how real the message is, it's always coming from a place of love, so that we can grow together. But if you don't know me, if you don't watch my videos enough, then you would not know that. Now hold on, now what is this? Oh Lord, they done closed the road. They done closed my road. So it's like, I don't know how I'm gonna get there now. What? Sister out here at the hot dog stand selling steak and chicken. It's like, sister, I hope you ain't selling this with no. Sister selling steak and chicken and all of the above. Well, that car just stopped. Oh, cause the light. Y'all forgive me. This is another thing I have to. Now it say road closed, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get on the road. Well, look like I can get on now. Let's see what they're talking about. So I want you to think about this now. I want you to think about this and really evaluate. And as you scrolling through online, yeah, the road's still closed. I want you to, when you get a message for you and it sting and it hurt you, I want you to really sit with it. I want you to really sit with it and just feel it and just hear it. And then take and implement something, at least one little thing, one new change. Take and implement something in your life. They just don't care about the black folks. They can put all this discombobulation in the black neighborhood. Got to be going to Timbuktu, try to get to work or get where you got to go. They just say, oh, I know what this bot. I'm doggone. I'm lying. I'm making it about race. I know why it's closed. I'm trying to take Martin Luther King. I'm trying to go up Martin Luther King. And today is his day, so he finna have a parade. They finna have a parade on Martin Luther King. Like, Lord, I'm finna mess around and be late for my appointment. I'm running all kind of dead ends. I don't know why I ain't put 2 and 2 together. Y'all see there? Sometimes we be wrong. We be going right to a race theory. And I ain't even think about this Martin Luther King. Okay, but I got an old school over there. Corella DeVille car. Out here. But now they know they wrong for this. So yeah, listen to me. Okay, now what is the random white girl sitting out here in the all black neighborhood doing with a beanie on in the dark tent? Now you know if that was one of us in their neighborhood, they'll excuse me, can I help you? I'm about to stop and ask, excuse me, ma'am, is there something that you need over here? This neighborhood is not really normally occupied by y'all. Can I help you? Lord, hitting all kind of potholes. Hey, listen to me now. Y'all got to forgive me. And this one of the parts of trying to film at all kind of times what we run into sometimes. But and for my content creators, and I'm gonna tell you, boy, I know this annoying. I know this annoying. If you don't know me, if you don't watch my videos, well, you is cussing at your screen, calling me everything but a child of God. Then call me every name in the book. This man just think I got this kind of time. And see, the thing about it is, with these type of videos, you never know where the truth gonna be at. You never know where the message gonna go. And so people, they'll get on off of there, and then they'll find themselves gravitating back to the video. But what I was trying to get out before I was interrupted by this here road closure. Man, I got to get down here. It's finna be a blast. They got the food. They got the food people in the street. And oh Lord, I got to go. And the dog running right up to the car. Dog ran right up to the front of my car. Like the car was finna give him a kiss. Lord, y'all get y'all dog. My goodness. Boy, I'm trapped in here. But what I was gonna say is, the purpose of this here video is that the truth be told, when it comes to growth, see, this is the thing what I have come to understand is that men and women like advantages. Men and women like advantages. Men and women like secrets. Men and women like intel about the other gender. What we do not like is accountability. So when I'm teaching men how to get a woman, how to get her back after you done cheated, after you done something and you trying to get back in good graces, men is all ears. When I'm teaching women how to understand a man, and how to, you know, get with this man, understand why he doing this, why he doing that, why he said this, why he said that. When I'm teaching a woman that, she all ears. But then as humans, when it is time for accountability, that's when things go wrong. That's when we get mad. This man driving straight and looking all the way right. About to run right into me. That's when we can't handle it then. At that point, it's like, whoa, hold on now. Hold on now, Tony. You doing too much talking. Hold on now. See, this is what I ain't come here for. I ain't come over here for you to be telling me what's wrong with me and what I need to be doing. I come over here to learn the secrets and the tips and tools about the other gender. Now, when you want to come over here and sit in my lap, that's where we got a problem. And so what I have surmised is that is why we cannot move forward. That's why we can't move forward. That is why we cannot. I need to buy that house there and rent it out. Nice little old house, and it looks like it's very livable. And that's why we can't move forward. And that is what has us stuck as a people. Because when the shoe is on our foot, all of a sudden we got a leg injury, can't walk. But when it's for somebody else, we got all the energy in the world. Oh, if the shoe fit, wear it. If the shoe fit, wear it. But when the shoe is our size, then we don't want to put it on. And so that's right there. That's part of the issue. So I see what the issue is. I'm gonna have to go up here to this main road and then go all the way up. Boy, look here. No, I was supposed to be there. Where I was trying to go, I would have been there a while ago. But the road closed. So listen to me. Get this right here. And I want you to make a list this year. Make a list of what you need to work on. And become your own coach. Become your own coach so that when you hear the message, you're able to say to yourself, hey, I'm already working on that. They ain't said nothing new to me. That's what I'm already on. I'm already on that. So, he ain't talking to me because I'm already working in that area. So now, because you already know what you need to work on, you already know where you need to be. So make your list this year, and every month focus on creating a new habit in that area. So if you don't sleep enough, then make a point to put your phone down by 10 p.m. and whatever work you did not get finished, it get pushed to tomorrow. Meaning whatever housework, whatever cleaning, whatever, it get pushed to tomorrow, and you find a time on your schedule tomorrow, or you wait until you get a full off day where you're gonna do that work. but you go on to bed and you make a habit every single night. 10 p.m. everything getting shut down. 10 p.m. everything gets shut down. The next month, if you say, hey, I need to work out, then you make your checklist and you make a habit of every day I got to find 30 minutes to do something physical. Every day I got to do some form of exercise every day for 30 minutes. And then you find that right there. The next month, you say, hey, I got to learn how to save. So this month, I'm paying my bills. I'm not going out to eat. I'm not buying any extra clothes or shoes that I do not need. I ain't got holes in my shoes. That mean I don't need a pair of shoes. I ain't got holes in my clothes. That mean I don't need no new clothes. If a grown person is not disabled, I ain't giving them no money. If they ain't disabled and can't do for themselves, I'm not giving them a dime. And you make that your point that month. Now see, this person in front of me don't realize in order to turn on the green, you got to go all the way out into the mid of the road, and then you turn. It's some people got a license and just got a license. Got to go out there now. Gonna sit right there all the way to the traffic clear. Then we forgetting a little stuff from the test. I ain't take the test. So each month you tackling something. You tackling one of your areas that you need to work on. Like right now, whew, see, one thing I'm a spender. I'm not a spender, but I'm a liver. I like to live. It's always something. It's always some new furniture, some more furniture. It's always something that could be replaced in the house. It's always something that is being released, a new pair of shoes or this or that. It's always something, a next level, a new office space, a new writing space, a new business venture. It's always something that could be purchased. And me, what my goal is right now is to save more. Meaning not just invest, but to make sure I have a substantial cash savings. And what I mean by that is, if something come up out the blue, to be able to immediately touch cash, not have to go to the market and do a transfer or sell stocks for money to then get sent in 5 business days. But if something come up, or also the benefit of cash for me is the cash going to stay the same. Whereas on the market, in the short term, your money goes up and down. So today your stocks could be up, tomorrow your stocks down. So it's like, you lose money today, then tomorrow you gain a little bit back. But then you lose some again, then you gain a little bit back. Then you lose some again, then you gain a little bit back. And it takes some type of phenomenon for it to really make up and catch up big time in that year. And it get annoying. And so that's why what you put in stocks, put on the market, is supposed to be long term. But even with that, sometimes it can't be long term just because stuff happening in life. Something could come up in life and you need more than the cash you have on hand. Boy, look here, boy, they got a lot going on. We're going to have to cancel this haircut. I'm going to get a haircut. Wow. Buddy got his Instagram name on his Hyundai Sonata because he got him a little yellow trim on it. So normally the Instagram name on the back window is when you have like a really cool car. And I'm not hating on Buddy. I'm not hating on Buddy. You got to start somewhere. Buddy got that yellow trim on the bottom of that Hyundai Sonata. And it looked like it's a sports Sonata. No, I don't see no S on there. Well, yeah, it's a sport because he got the 2 mufflers on each side. Got a muffler on each side with a little slit in the middle of it, so it make it look like 2 mufflers, like a dual exhaust. What it say? He moving in that Hyundai. And got that little yellow trim going around the whole car. He done throw his Instagram name in yellow on that bike window. I'm gonna tell you what his name is, just in case he's single. You might meet your husband out here in this Sonata. He want people to know. But I was like, bro, why you want somebody to go find you on Instagram? What you want to talk about the Sonata? I would never put up my Instagram on my car because I don't want nobody looking me up and then be right beside me. Oh, just went to your Instagram. How are ya? Give me a quote of the day. And you don't get out of here. I'm trying to drive. So listen to me now. Every single month you working on something, and right now this is what I'm working on, and I'm gonna tell you, whoo, it is hard. It is painful because stuff come out of nowhere. Stuff come out of nowhere. So I'm like, man, okay, here go my cash over here now. I'm gonna put my little cash reserve. And at the end of the year, I want to see this cash reserve in addition to any savings or investing that I could do. But at the end of the day, and people, listen, people always talk about putting your money in stocks, putting your money in stocks. To each their own. I'm old-fashioned. I'd rather have my money in a shoebox and it stay the exact same amount and inflation and all than for my money to be in somebody else's business on the market and I lose 40% because somebody said they finna fire off a missile, or the president done said something, and next thing you know, I done woke up and 40% of my money gone. At that point right there, I'm ready to be on total recon. At that point, I'm ready to scrap up. I'm ready to come for everybody. Like, listen, man, you mean to tell me I had $100,000 sitting over here and I woke up today and it's $60,000? Who spent my $40,000? But see, over here in this shoebox, okay, don't matter what's going on in the world, no matter if Elon Musk want to smoke some weed on the podcast, my 100 is still 100. So a part of me, honestly, I'm old-fashioned. I believe in investing and all of that. But a good part of me, when I start looking around and everybody in the world bumping their head, give my money. Give my money, because it's finna get ugly fast. Give my money. But take everything out and just sit it right here in this account where it ain't going up or down. And then when things start to turn around and I see we finna go on a climb, okay, boom, I could transfer it all back in one day. In one business day, it could all be back. And now we could ride this thing on up, and now my money going up. I done bought at the lowest point, and now I'm finna ride it on up to the top. But while I'm up here at the top and I see people bumping their head, no, I'm not finna ride to the bottom with you. Can't do it. Can't do it. So that's my little secret there. I'm not all the way bought into America's system. And this is the thing. Yes, you can get rich. Yes, that's how wealth is built. That's also how wealth is lost. It's a double-edged sword. That's how wealth is built. That's also how wealth is lost. Because I'm going to tell you like this right here. Ain't nothing in the world set up for you to win long term. The world will be set up for you to win a little bit now because you helping it. The trick is, let us make you think this is all for you and all for your game, but it's a hook in here for our game. That's how you got to realize that about the world. It ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing free. So yes, you gonna win in seasons, and in other seasons you gonna lose. Just check the numbers. Just check the numbers. And people always say, well, over a 10-year period, the stock market has always, everybody ain't got 10 years. We don't know when our last day. Some people got 3 years. Some people got 5 years. Everybody ain't got 10 years. Some people put their money on there, and that's everything they had to put on there, and then an emergency happened, and they needed 16 months later. But at that point in time, that 16 months later, the market done tanked. So now what you supposed to do? You supposed to ride it out, but this person can't ride it out because they lost their job. Now they got a medical issue and they need cash to help pay their 20% of the bill because the insurance paying 80%. So now they got to go into this, but now they done lost majority of their money, or at least 20, 30, 40%. When the market crash, a lot of times you losing 20 to 40%. So that's what I mean. Is like, it's not set up for everyday Americans. It's set up for the uber rich. It's set up for those who, they got so much money that they could throw $1 million on the stock market into a fund, and if it go down, okay, cool, we good, because we still got enough pumping in that we good. That's what a lot of people don't realize, how that work. But hey, it's Tony Gasson. Y'all forgive me, I'm gonna just title this a complete rant, so that way don't nobody click on it if they don't want to hear no rant. I ain't gonna get no real title. Hey, God bless you. I don't even know if my barber in here because I don't see his car. God bless you, and we'll talk soon.